like a smaller window to go from like a 12, like people don't notice it as much from like a 12 to like a 90. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like the amount of quality you're gonna get a massive file size
I see.
versus like
That makes sense.
yeah, I get it. Okay, so all these settings should be good.
Do you want me to,
I'm gonna save it as.
like when I do my import and exports, or my export for
So just remember custom.
Okay.
I'm gonna save it as like Kevin export.
It's kidding me, but it's cool. Okay, cool.
Boom. So all these shit settings. Yeah.
Dang, this is a really cool program.
So yeah. So to find that, like I said, you'll click this guy. Just remember preset, and then it'll just be right under like custom.
Cool, man.
So then you just click that guy, and then the next thing you're gonna have to worry about is and everything blue is changeable. So anytime you see
Okay.
like a little blue thing,
That's a good tip.
it's changeable.
We might want to
You
close
just gotta want to make sure because it's
blinds
it
actually.
might link to
It's too-
projects. So this is where you just gotta make sure
it's
you're
too dark.
like linking everything correctly.
Okay.
So you don't want any of this to live in projects. I mean,
It's
if
gonna
it
live under
does,
export.
It's
Yeah,
too much of a
exactly.
contrast.
so you click exports.
Yeah, I think that the
Big one.
camera. How does it get its exposure?
And basically, I could just do like.
Probably by taking an average of all
Yeah.
four shots out of that.
Exactly.
Or
I would do
Facebook
Facebook
If you want
first.
all
Yeah,
four
I do
lenses to be
Facebook
the exact same,
All tabs.
so
if you wanted to.
Yeah, that's
whatever.
cool.
Just
I'll
to keep
stick
it
with your thing.
consistent.
Yeah.
Facebook.
dynamic range might not be the most
Or
tight.
then you just click save,
Got
and
it.
then you hit export,
Good to go.
and then it should be good to go. So like for example, it's just doing the audio. And that's how long estimated time it takes to export that.
Sweet, dude. Thank you.
Yeah, and then same thing for Elena and all that jazz. I think this was bad.
Yeah. Cool.
So,
Thanks, man. If
yeah.
it's not, I'll just save it. Kev, you feel pretty good about that? Cutting their individual spotlights, so like Ben, Elena, and Hank, and then using those to further promote the previous week's weekly on Facebook. So like we would share
What do we
Ben's,
say?
so we would like share Ben's spotlight, like Ben's moment in the sun in our.
What do we say about it?
Wouldn't necessarily check out the weekly, but like once they watch sit in it, is it enough to like go and watch the entire weekly?
I think so what I would say is anything, this is a dramatic statement, but anything we post can be posted as long as it's thought through the lens of the value to the person reading the post. And if it's not just like, check out the post with Ben, because that's like asking people to do something. And frankly, it's not a very good ask. It's more of like what's the value to them watching it? You know what I'm saying? Because like in Gary V's like philosophy, we need to be jabbing things, and then when we have a real ask,
Sure.
that's like a prompt that we want them to do something. So if we're asking people to check out our video, we're already wasting our equity in the mind of people following us on something super trivial, not important. So we need to make sure it's framed as a jab, which a jab would be like if Ben said something really important or really funny to enough people that we think would follow us on Facebook. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It depends on how you position it. Hey, Walk.
Hey, are you free? I have a question about this.
I'm available right now. Hey, Jared, are we live?
But we live.
I would have liked to have been given a heads up. Like a, hey, we're live.
Does the thing capture audio?
Huh?
Trying the lighting right.
Okay.
That's pretty funny.
But people can listen to us? Hey.
This is very strange. Do you have
Walker.
any specific direction for this? Or can I just go with what I am thinking?
Well, what
Is it on Rhinos?
Yeah, it's 2 people are watching it right now.
I saw their website.
So my thought was shooters just use the
How did
t-shirt.
you get to it?
I've never seen
You just
shooting wear a
type in
ball
Rhino
cap.
Media
You might look a little
on
goofy in
YouTube,
it.
and then it's a
Is it on
Yeah,
our,
so
I'm
I'll
on
give
our
it a shot
page,
now.
basically.
American flag.
Yeah.
yeah, it's pretty. It's old. It's like delayed, but not in a bad way, you know. But it's definitely it's delayed.
Just we're just playing around. There's
Spell my
no
last
end
name
goal
wrong
for
now,
us.
dude.
More just like
Meant to.
see if we get some cool images. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what to do about the exposure for now. So
Should we move everything back 10 feet without?
good.
Okay.
Should this be?
Hey, will you guys help me move this? Let's go like so we're square with vinyl.
You can comment on it too.
So it's me and her shot?
And me.
Oh, and 3 of us. That'd be awesome. How bad is your battery? Oh, you need to use that one.
Yeah.
I gotta find it. I'm so lonesome. I could cry.
Where am I? YouTube gaming.
So
It's much better.
I wish this was a power.
Power Rangers. You know what the Royal Rangers are?
Probably not as cool as the Power Rangers.
It's like a thing Michael grew up in. It's kind of like what they call Boy Scouts. But I think it's like a Christian version of it. It's Michael's. He's like a Jedi Master Royal Ranger. He can start a fire by snapping his fingers. And like
Sweet.
I don't know, probably kill an
Staring
animal
at
by
leaves.
staring at it. Yeah, I don't know. He's pretty experienced or whatever.
Question. How do you feel about disabling internet-based ads on our page?
funny how much you can bend your body. Hey, can you turn that music down just a little bit? What's it like to do what you love every day? What would you say to someone who feels stuck? Jeremy, would you like to answer that question personally?
I smell a troll. How do you move it?
Drag with your cursor.
I don't let me do that.
I wonder if your Chrome is not updated or something. What's up, Ty? Join the live 360.
Are we live? We're live, baby.
There's latency, so you'll show up in a minute. Yeah, this is at least 30 seconds behind.
Just in case I say I cuss.
Well, the cuss will still get through.
Yeah, it'll come.
later.
And we can just we can cut it though.
Cut it
right?
off. We can unplug it.
Unplug it real quick.
That's good. I'll try and refrain from cussing.
Can you guys see the shot?
Huh?
Can you guys see the shot now? Lighting's better.
Yeah. Yes. It's
Whoa.
it's pretty offensive to flip the camera around and look at the window, but
Hey, we're not dealing with a Ursa Mini Pro. Hey, look.
there you are.
Me.
So what I was thinking we could do is just kind of talk about the same things we were talking about before, but in the context of doing this 360 live.
What happens if I do this? If I put a video of the video in the video in 360,
That's tripping me out, dude.
do you think? I bet it's cool.
I mean, when will we get to see that?
It'll be another 30 seconds.
I can wait.
Nope, I see him talking about it, thinking.
Oh, unpause. I guess if everybody's pause.
Thanks for hugging the feed with your whole body.
Yeah. Oh. It's dumb.
It's not that cool.
No, not cool at all. Because it's not like instant. Doesn't create that feedback loop.
Whoa. I need some VR glasses.
Whoa. That's really cool, Jeremy.
Hey, did you set up the VR?
No. How's it going with KR?
Good.
China immersion is looking good. We're on got the feedback from that. It was
You
like,
want to sit and show for me?
yeah. Let me grab my water.
Okay.
Are you exporting on that drive, Kevin?
I haven't started, but I will be.
You will be soon?
Oh, do you need it?
I was just gonna chop some stuff up, just edit.
Yeah, dude, go ahead.
What's funny about that is that someone was probably just looking at Jer while that happened, but you didn't really, or they could have been just Statesburg on you. Most likely because I sat down. I see you.
There was some Ty,
Mm-hmm.
how's it going?
Good. China version, it's going well.
Yeah.
Had, for the most part, that content revision was good. Like, what was in the middle is what was needed. So there's some changes. And I had just a couple questions, so I gave Mike a call because it was easier to just talk it out. And made sense. Everything makes sense. So I've got the edit pretty much done on the main piece, and there's just some shorter ones that we have to do.
Oh yeah.
So that'll all be good. I'm trying to get him to come in tomorrow afternoon.
Okay.
Do you?
I saw they said they were up for that.
Yeah. And then originally New Mexico was going to be earlier in the week, next week.
Yes.
And so I was like, if we could get it this week, it would be good. So I think we were trying to figure that out.
Do you feel like do you feel like we're compromising too many things to have you go to New Mexico? Sound like we're subbing out a wedding, like you're not going to a wedding now.
It makes the
There's like a couple shoots or something.
stuff earlier in the week easier. Because landscape forums, we have like a multi shoot on Tuesday for interviews, and that would be good for me to be on.
Okay.
You're like, no, that should be fine.
So
You might want to double check that.
I don't think so.
Okay. I'm just asking the question. I don't. We don't need to go into it. Just make sure it's not like all things are being set aside for that priority. basically.
Honestly, like it would be good to switch off that wedding anyway. With any of the travel, it could be earlier in the week or anything like that. I can go to the list. Just got done filming at KC. Which went well. Just a little popover, just a couple more shots that were a little more less like daycare
For the wedding?
For the wedding, yeah.
Okay. So what are we needing to rent?
Just a C100 Mark II.
Okay.
Because we'll definitely need one, and I think to keep weddings consistent, we'll need to make sure that they have one too.
Okay.
And so they'll still have two C100s, and then they'll just have to bring a second different cam for their back cam.
Is it just like looking on it? Lonnie had it up for a second.
Okay, so if you can just go to your homepage perhaps.
Oh, I'm trying to tell people during to us.
Okay, then there's an actual link. Let us see. I know, right? Couldn't be any.
Couldn't be any later right now.
Capital S, capital T, capital P, lowercase h, 0.
It'll be around $200. Probably $250 with tax and shipping and stuff. Once we get plane tickets bought, I'll pull trigger on that.
Do we have did Robin get back to you yet, Angel, or are we still waiting?
We're still waiting.
Okay. Is that text thread the one that's like, okay.
Looking forward to Seattle.
I don't really look forward to anything ever. I just do it. I don't know.
Looking forward to the delicious cups of coffee that you'll be
Is
consuming.
this like a bio
Yeah.
question?
Yeah, it is.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah. It's catching on.
And you'll be wanting to also take a C100 with you guys? Or just a Mark III or something?
It's like a Kanye West good question.
I guess I would assume C100 to keep consistent, but
Sometimes.
if we've got
Not all the
nothing,
time.
is this lining up with New Mexico and all this stuff?
It might be a third or a second cam to rent. We had to get another C100.
That'd be sweet.
Angie,
Yeah, hi.
so what do you got going on today?
Consumers, landscape.
Do you have any questions on what to do with that?
Consumers?
Yeah.
I haven't even like fully swallowed it all in and figured it out yet. I just transferred the media over luckily. Found that, have that. I like jokingly asked Tyler and I was like, Gina's a good voice to do a voiceover currently, just so we even have that to post onto the project as like a rough.
Yeah.
So
What's the due date on that?
24.
April.
Yep. Yeah, 1 week. They were posting, they did a walkthrough yesterday with the engineering students at Western of their new facility. Did you see this, Rose?
Mm-mm. Wow,
Yeah.
that's massive.
I know, it looked huge. I couldn't believe it.
Where is it at?
Is there a name for the trend of taking a boomerang of people dancing?
I don't think so.
Because that's definitely a trend. Have you seen it? Have you noticed it?
Just people. I think it's just an easy movement. That's why you realize it. But
Yeah.
I haven't like, there's no like hashtag or thing.
It's definitely a thing.
It's like always a little thing.
Yep. It's
That's what we did last year at one of our ending weddings.
It's like doing this. Everybody does this.
Everybody's doing this again.
It is.
I was hanging
Everyone's-
out with a
this
bunch
is
of
a new
people
thing.
this
I
weekend,
told
and
you.
they were like, they
This
did
is
this,
like-
and they're like, yeah, bro, and I was like, can you not? I was like,
it's
we're in
something that's-
Michigan.
Yeah.
I only find that acceptable in Southern California. Hawaii. I don't know.
Back in Grand Haven, we do that all the time.
Tyler wants this to come back, and he wants to do it.
You and Hank, same boat. Turbulent chill. Okay. I wanna go upstairs. I'll poke you if I have any questions about my project, but yeah, it's been a lot of New Mexico stuff right now.
Okay.
Do you ever get that feeling like where you're so excited about something you can like barely think about it or do
Dude,
it?
that's you every day.
Dude, sometimes it is. Like honestly, like I feel like I can barely think about this right now. Like I just need to like go for a walk and just like. As crazy as it is, I'm just like about to freak out over here.
Just need to go for a walk.
Seriously though.
I get excited about nothing.
I get excited
I
about
look,
nothing.
I look forward to things.
Yeah, you guys are the opposite end of the excitement spectrum.
Oh.
Tyler, like,
I mean,
take an earthquake of like, I don't know, earthquake of people going like this.
I look forward to things, and I get excited about them.
really?
My wife gets mad at me because she'll be like, "This thing," and I'll be like, "Cool," and then she'll be like, "It's a big thing," and I'm like, "Yeah, I know, cool." She's like, "React to me, please."
Show me something. Where do you fall on that spectrum?
See, I get excited about things. I don't get excited. I don't know what sort of explain. I'm excitable, and I get like super jazzed up in my mind, but I don't look forward to events
Yeah.
coming up. It's more like an idea will excite me or a connection will excite me, but an event in which I'm going to go to does not
You're not
excite
looking
me.
forward to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm the same way.
I'm
That's
more
funny.
like my
I'm like the opposite.
my brain's always churning about like things that are exciting me, but I don't go like, oh, I can't wait to go do the thing, you know?
Yeah.
Even if it's like Disney World. I'm not
Oh, I
gonna
might
do
get
it.
excited about Disney World.
Yeah, maybe I get excited about Disney World.
Disney World is. I think I might retire there. I might just like run the Tower of Terror.
I don't like Florida. It's my least favorite state.
I don't
What?
like Florida.
What Florida ever do to you?
Florida and like Arizona and those places.
Be that saggy old man on the beach.
No, they're just like they're inhabitable if it wasn't for like modern technology.
Uninhabitable.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
So there's to me there's already a fakeness to it, you know.
Yeah.
Like there's certain areas are totally like, but it's an Everglade ultimately. Like
It
it's a
is.
desert. Arizona's a desert. Like you can't like people don't have lawns there. They have dirt and rock and like I don't know.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, Vegas is definitely super weird. The fact that it exists.
Yeah.
It's like Hawaii. It's just
Hawaii
a
makes
little
sense.
patch of grass.
Yeah.
Out in the middle of the ocean.
Man, are you excited to go to Hawaii? I would be
I don't know.
excited to go to Hawaii.
I don't mind vacationing down there for like a week, but living there, like,
My
Really?
friend lived in Florida for a while, and I thought he said it really poignantly. Well, it wasn't poignant. He said, only thing people do down here is shop and go out to eat. And he's like, that's literally all there is to do is shop and go out to eat. And it doesn't feel like it. And maybe that wasn't a fair assessment, but that's what he told me. And I've always thought, yeah, malls, going out to dinner,
yeah.
that's Florida.
It's
I
a
feel like-
vacation spot.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Like,
people like places that they go to and then leave. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, once
But
people
here
live
in
in those
Michigan-
places, people hate. Yeah,
But
Michigan.
the thing is like, there's no hiking really in Florida because it's like, it's dangerous.
Unless you want to get eaten by an alligator.
Yeah, and you
Because
can
the
like,
alligators?
there's alligators and there's like it's swamp and you can't actually hike. It's not real, like you know.
You think people don't hike because of fear of alligators?
No, not particularly, but there's just there's not like legit.
It's like
hiking
marsh.
places. Yeah, it's marsh. Like there's what's that? Is that sand that sucks you up if you step in it?
Quicksand. quicksand.
There's quicksand.
Quicksand in Florida.
There's sinkholes.
I feel like all of Florida.
It
is
sounds
a
like I'm ready to
sinkhole.
invest.
Speaking of Florida, that meeting tomorrow. Welcome
Oh
to
yeah, we're gonna film in Florida.
Yeah.
Tampa's amazing. WMU in
Um,
Tampa.
Do you want me in that meeting?
Yep.
What was pretty interesting about some of those analytics was during when you started talking about traveling and like where we're going, like all of a sudden like their engagement came way back up and like
What does that mean? How did it go up?
dude, I think people skip.
Oh.
It's because like there were certain parts like
Like
where it
they'll
would like
stay
dip
longer
and
in a
then
spot?
like and then like they would go back and I'm like what? Like why is it going back up here? And what we kind of saw is like the more like individual faces we've got in there, like the more like scene changes of sort of like different team members. People were like clicking around. It seemed like
Yeah.
to the different team members' faces.
Yeah, if I had to critique that first video more than anything, I'd say like I would like you to edit me down a lot more if I go on a rant or some sort of rambling montage. Feel free to just hack me down with that.
I actually thought that would be a really cool like segment of our YouTube channel where it's just like Kevin's rambling. You know what I mean? It's just like you and it's just like talking. It's just like if you're into that, like you can just come here and you can just watch talk. Like a talk radio station.
Yeah. I don't know what that.
Right on. Well, I mean, like I said, the first one's the first of like.
Yeah, and that's why I was like, whatever, we're putting it out.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna split hairs over any of this stuff, because we're gonna do this again in a week, and we're not trying. We have to think
We'll have
about
more
this
content.
differently.
We'll have more content to add. Like we only had so many days to, you know.
Are you getting annoyed people talking about it?
No, I'm not. I'm just like, no, not particularly.
I might be.
What did you say?
I was wondering if he was getting annoyed at people like constantly talking, like you know, trying to think of a good
Hope
example,
not.
like when
I don't see Jordan be that easily annoyed.
well, you know, like when your wife is pregnant and like everybody's coming up to her and asking her and telling her the same things, like she kind of gets a little annoyed.
Sure.
But
I can
I
relate.
was wondering if that was like the same thing.
The only thing is, it's like, it's like one of those things when you just can't foresee the future. It's like we can beat it like a dead horse. Like like don't get me wrong, analytics are amazing. Like they're an amazing tool, but like at this moment we can't say like because of this or because of that. We can't
Yeah.
jump to conclusions per se.
Yeah.
Per se.
I agree with you.
Outside of like us having good taste at what good content is. You know,
Yeah.
Be like, that's not good content. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Although I think that like even though it is the first video, I think that you can take like just even that quick snapshot of the analytics that you and I did. You
For
know?
sure.
It's like look at that and be like, okay, I feel like I learned something from that.
100%.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, I feel like even if what I learned isn't truth per se, I think that obviously the truth will flesh itself out over the course of
There's
the
far too much
series.
use of the word per se going on.
Per se?
Per se. Well, good thing there's only us three watching it. But
Does this live after, or does it disappear?
We can turn it. We can take it off, but yeah, it saves it.
Okay.
cool.
We can delete it.
But I would be so tempted to like experiment with whatever you think you learned. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. 100%.
So, do we want to talk about Bend, Oregon, or do we want to talk about Bend, Oregon, or do we want to talk about the splintering of the weekly? 'Cause I want to talk about all three of those.
We can talk about the weekly thing since we first started talking about that.
Okay.
I'm gonna not talk about that.
Go on. I'm leaving.
No, I'm leaving.
Go back. Use the restroom.
Contact IT. It makes me so sad when I see a new business or like a brewery or something open up. and their branding sucks.
Yeah.
Or it's just
I know.
sloppy or clip arty. I just go,
Yeah. I know, it's depressing because you know somebody like, it's probably like somebody's dream, you know?
exactly. Like you sank everything into this, and you let this just
And
go out the door like
when I
that.
see a closed business too, I feel the same sort of like
Yeah.
sinking feeling.
Hear that lonesome whimper. Tuesdays. Here's a little pen. Oh, there we go. You know what's really key about like using Basecamp as your main source of everything is you have to get used to going to home and then going to like what's on my plate or whatever. You know what I'm talking about? You know where that is?
Might be different for you than it is for me.
Why?
You probably have a lot more on your plate on Basecamp.
That's probably true. But like this right here, go home and then my assignments. That's I always have to remind myself to go back there because I'm on so many things, and that's like a nice. They're all in one spot.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it feels like you're kind of trolling around Basecamp. You know.
What I've found helpful, the way I use it is I'll go to those teams because I'm not necessarily notified every time somebody does something on those teams
Yeah.
or on the projects per se, but I said per se.
Yeah.
Stop being stubborn. Anyway, just to click into those teams and see the recent activity
Yeah.
is so helpful just to see if there's anything that you can actually contribute to.
I would love it if we could find a way to get rid of Depulse and just use Basecamp. We're not there yet, but
You're
if we
not.
could.
Not there yet.
I'm not there yet. I didn't realize who was coming up behind me. I would have said that differently.
Oh, thank God. I love her.
Depulse. No. Can I see things that's blah 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 blah. AFY, we're live on 360. We have 3 people watching. It's 3 of us. It's 3 of us. Just so you know, so be careful what you say.
We could probably say.
Now you can't think. Okay, so what's up?
That's crazy. This is not like the end of the world.
Yeah.
Not super important.
Uh-huh.
We still need to come up with a location for the 7th anniversary thing.
When is that again?
It's the Friday before Memorial Day. It's like Memorial Day weekend.
So May 27th?
6th.
6th?
Yep.
Should be on the calendar.
I was still confirming that that's when we were gonna do it because I want to find out what the location is gonna be first.
I'm just gonna do that.
Cute. Yeah.
So you're saying locations hold up? That
Uh,
everyone can do it or enough people can do it?
and we're like 1 person out of 20 can't do it.
Okay.
So I think it's should be a go. And then I didn't know if you wanted to like think about this at all, if we wanted to do anything kind of summer. And then I'm gonna put some ideas together for next winter retreat so we can get a spot reserved.
Chuck swears more than he used to?
No. Well, yes.
I think he does.
I don't think he's doing it. I think it. I would say he does swear more than he used to, but maybe part of that is simply because he puts out way more content than he used to. It's like just by the number of videos he puts out, he's multiplying the number of things he swears.
I think there's a strategy.
That's a weaker. No, I think he knows that it's part of his persona is to be brash and bold and
Yeah.
drop an F-bomb to make a point and get a laugh. So.
But I also do think it's pretty authentic to him in some ways. But yeah, it's pretty.
No, I don't
would be
think it's
interested to see
faking
how
it
much
by
he
any
is
means.
like. His like. Internet persona is controlled by analytics. I really would be fascinated to see.
Oh,
like,
sure.
How many people he's got designated to just like, yo, when you swear, people are like engaging in that moment.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. Yeah, and I actually one of the things that was as we go on this journey of doing more this type of stuff and YouTube, the show and all that is like maintaining who you are in an authentic way while knowing what's getting more. Because the spectrum is this: trueness of self versus complete sellout. And what we're talking about is like where you fall in that line, and like. Because in some ways, you just might have to draw some lines in the sand and go, I will not bend or cave on this area to get likes. Like if I find out that, taking my shirt off and doing the show topless is like super view count driving, like
I'm probably gonna do it.
I'm probably going to do it. No, but I mean like,
No, I see what you're saying. It is a fine balance.
Because at some
It's something
point,
you need to be
you're just a shill. You're just saying the thing. Because if you get a corporate sponsor that says, it's all very, you have to develop your line, and that'll be an interesting thing we can talk about as we go on through this. Because that's like, people are reacting when you do that. People are reacting when you say, well, of course, we freaking hired models to walk around here in a bikini. Our views would go up.
Yeah, we probably had more than 4. We
Probably have more than 4. But it's like, I hate that stuff.
Yeah.
It's so cheap and so objectification of women and all the different things that I can't stand. So like, no, of course we're not gonna do that. But
obviously the
whatever.
authenticity really shines. Like it needs to like continue to permeate.
Yeah,
No
you
matter-
kind of do your thing regardless. It's almost like you take the other grain of salt. Like, okay, people engage more when that happened. Okay,
what's
that
our
doesn't
version?
mean.
What's our version of like engagement essentially?
Mhm.
Also,
What are we willing to trade for engagement?
to completely change the subject.
Okay, I
but
love that.
I really would like to get this guy something like by the end of the day.
Who?
I'd
Ben?
like to get John Cruz something.
Get him what?
I don't know, or like get him your number, but I'd like to like
Oh,
move
okay.
forward like in terms of like.
So I can shoot him an email if
Okay.
you want. or
Yeah, that would be
whatever.
helpful. I would very much appreciate that. And if this is something that you think, once you're in contact with him, if you think that this is something that will be moving forward, I think it would be. Excuse me.
Nice voice crack.
Thank you. I think it would be smart to send him one of those posters. Authenticity
Sure.
is greater than shine.
That's
Because
kind of why we have that stuff.
he was super digging.
Well, if you super dig stuff, we send you stuff.
It might even
I
be
super
smart to just
dig
send it right now. Don't
Dark
send
Horse
it today.
beer.
I super
I'm
dig
sorry.
Dark Horse beer too.
I don't actually
Let's
drink
get
beer
some.
right
It's in the
now.
fridge. I drink beer. Let's get it.
I think there's some here actually.
There actually is. It's
Okay.
safe enough in the fridge.
You know what? I still have Bourbon Barrel Plead the Fifth from like 2 or 3 4 ago sitting in my basement that I've been like cellaring.
That's cool.
I would drink one occasionally when I was working in my office for a while, and then when I stopped drinking, I think I have like 5 left.
They're good to break out like for an occasion, you know.
Yeah.
Like celebration. And
The
like-
problem was is I was just sitting down there in my closet, and I was like, that'd be good to drink at room temp right now.
Tuesday's a good
While
day.
yeah, I'm working down here at night, and I just like sip on it. And, but yeah, on a nice occasion, maybe. When I'm done with my beer fast, I'll do that.
All of them.
Tyler just commented, "I'll sell my soul to be internet famous." Tyler, as usual, pillar of morality.
Okay, so do you want his email address?
Yeah, honestly, I probably have it, but go ahead and send it again.
Okay.
I'll copy you in the message I sent too.
Perfect.
Okay. Welcome to the corner of Rose and Kalamazoo.
There are some odd sirens here.
High amount of activity.
It's going down.
Oh, you know what? There are places I remember in my life. No, I think it's. Is there a 15? I think 15's the most finished. I must go. Ishmael.
Ishmael.
Do you know about Ishmael?
No. Should I?
It's technically where the lineage of like Islam is traced back to, I think. Yeah, I can't tell. I can't articulate it very well, but basically, Ishmael and Isaac were the sons of no Jacob. Right? Is that right, Jeremy?
What?
Ishmael and Isaac were Jacob's sons. Is that true? Right? And Ishmael, Isaac tricked his blind.
Ishmael was the actual firstborn son, but
And Isaac was the secondborn. One had hairy arms. He tricked him.
You remember the
Seriously.
hairy arms?
That's the part of the story that's important.
Oh.
He like stole the other son's
On-
blessing.
on Jacob's deathbed.
Right. He asked for the blessing or whatever. I probably can't get. I probably can't explain it very well, but it blew my mind when I realized like, basically like, people that are Islamic or the
Descendants of Ishmael.
descendants of Ishmael is like is
What's that?
Islam, and descendants of Isaac are Judaism, something like that.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
It's weird.
It's crazy.
Un pregunta para ti. The first practice was just a C100 or a C100 and an FS?
There's an FS. That's what those FS shots are.
Okay. Okay. And then at the actual game, there was.
An FS C100. There's like a one shot with maybe an A7.
Okay.
That shot of Mike is, I think, an A7. I think it might be Mark III. It's shot at 60 though,
Okay.
and I slowed it to 80%. That was like the only shot.
So it's
Jesse shot all that with his like holding it with his hand, and it's all really, really bad. And then like that one shot was really good and really perfect. So I was like, use that.
So the first one was C100 and FS or just FS?
C100 was used in the first practice. Yes.
I was listening to, sometimes on my ride out here, I end up listening to like these most random radio stations. But I was listening to like a Christian radio station on the way out here, and it was like a preacher like going on about how in Luke, it's the only book in the Bible that when people approached all of them, like basically to take Jesus away after Judas sold them all out, how Peter like went after those slaves, like cut off the slave's ear. In Luke, it's the only one that talks about that Jesus healed the slave.
When you say slave, I
Yes.
always interpret it as a soldier, not a slave.
Oh. Okay.
Because it was like a Roman battalion or something, and one of them was a soldier. I don't think it was a slave.
Okay.
Maybe they were slaves.
I don't know.
Slaves made soldiers.
I guess I just
don't
always
know.
interpreted it, or the way I just recently interpreted it was that this particular person that had his ear chopped off was a slave.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, the weird thing was the way this preacher was like saying it, and I'm not saying that this isn't the case, but I'm saying
Sure.
like it seemed like a really weird thing to say when if this isn't like specifically said in the text. But he was like, yeah, could you imagine being there and like all of a sudden like the slave's ear or whatever, this person's ear is like growing back, and I'm like thinking to myself,
Yeah, that's not.
I didn't like, could you like what? Why would you just assume that this person's ear grew back just
Mhm.
because it said just because Luke said Jesus healed this person?
Yeah.
I don't think it necessarily means that like his ear grew like a sprout out of the ground.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just like one of those things where it's like there's so many people listening to you right now, like be careful.
Yeah.
Because you're telling people like the wrong thing if that's not the case.
Yeah, it could be.
I guess it could. I'm not
Could
saying
be
that it's
accurate.
not.
It could. Yeah.
It's just like it was super weird, and I wasn't sure if you'd ever heard anything like that, like anything about that particular passage. Do we have a charger
just had to go track this down. I have 40%, so I can go a little while. I would have really liked to have gotten to 100 before you took it, but okay.
Thanks, buddy.
It's team mentality. Let's check the YouTube 360 to see if we got any questions coming in on the Q&A. No, we don't.
Everyone left when we started talking about Ishmael.
Yeah. All these negative
Hey, we're
thumbs
actually up to
downs that
5,
are
dude.
coming
We're
in.
up to 5.
Hey, if you're watching this right now, please comment, tell us who you are, because we're super curious. Because right now there's 5 watching, and there's me,
I'm
JP.
not anymore.
Oh, okay.
Oh, dude!
So we got me.
Oh, I got 2 screens open. No, I'm kidding.
I have 4 screens open. Just joking. So it's me and Hershak and 3 others, unless there's people at Rhino.
Yeah, it probably is.
Yeah. I'm guessing it's.
Oh, we lost him. That would be funny.
We did get a thumbs up.
That was me. Oh, we did get another one. Because it's our home, and we love it. That might be my favorite part in the entire
Really?
episode 1.
It's pretty weak. Why do you like it?
Because it's hilarious. Because it's like, oh, we're all excited about Hawaii and Alaska, and then all of a sudden you realize, like, oh, maybe I should like bring in Southwest Michigan, and love it. It's
Whoa.
amazing.
It's kind of a given.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's just hilarious.
Yeah, I know. I was like, we can travel to the mountains. What's up? Yeah. Yeah. I pinged you.
I'm like bouncing between 2 different base camps.
Oh, okay.
Oh, dude, we're up to 6.
Wow, look at all those colors.
Hank's grandpa was in the CFL, apparently.
Hank's grandpa's super good looking old dude.
Did you see him in the tobacco ad? Check it
You
out.
found it?
Yeah, you sent me one.
Oh, that picture's not very good looking. I've seen better looking pictures.
No, but that's
funny,
still
though.
sweet. He's got a
Yeah.
huge chaw in his mouth. That's why he's probably not very good
Is that
looking.
his
isn't
chin?
it? Either his chin or his massive dick.
The word said was dip. Just to clarify, we are live. We are live, everyone. Watch what you say.
Enunciate.
Jeremy, can't handle this. This constant stream of posts. Oh, that's what's going on here.
You know what's really interesting? Okay.
Life with Kevin Herschel. A new revelation every 5 minutes.
No, do you have... Because I'm thinking about micro, like splintering our content, right?
Who?
Us. Like I'm thinking about our content basically compared to Gary Vee's content, right? And people are going to Gary Vee like for things, you know, like the jab, jab, right hook.
Sure.
People are going there to like be fed jabs to the face, basically, right? Okay. I'm not sure people are necessarily coming to Rhino's page for the same like
Not at all.
like
Not at all.
I want like something.
Yes, not at
content.
all.
So it's like
That's why I push back every time you bring something to the table that it feels like whoa, whoa, whoa. That, I mean, it's, in essence, you're saying
people want to be entertained, I think, on ours more so than they like feel like they need to like.
What are
have
you
some
talking
sort
about?
of,
What platform?
Facebook.
Okay. Facebook is very confused for us right now, frankly, because like when we started, we would share like wedding stuff and like little stuff we're working on. Probably for the last year, we haven't posted much of anything, frankly, because they've been like
Yeah, we have.
one, because the Facebook algorithm completely choked out business posts from getting anywhere organically, so you had to pay money, which we've done here and there, but like we just haven't invested much time in figuring out what our voice is on Facebook anymore. So I don't know if we have an answer for what people come to us for. That's why I was curious to know like what people thought of us when we asked our friends or other people what they think about us on Facebook. I think that's what I was curious to know.
I thought that was pretty valuable.
I think we're shifting it right now
Yeah, I think we are too.
with valuable content such as this.
This
Clearly.
is extremely valuable to the outsider, I'm sure. But yeah, I would definitely like to experiment with that. There's definitely going to be some flops, I'm sure, if I'm able to. But definitely photos are not for Facebook. Because, and I'm saying that not because of their interaction they're getting, but just if you look at what Facebook shows you about your photos, the analytics just about your photos basically doesn't exist. It doesn't tell you anything.
They're not giving. Yeah, they're not.
Whereas like they
recognizing
want you to
information.
dive super deep on your videos because that's where they see their value.
So they're trying to compete with YouTube.
They definitely are. I mean, you can make playlists now, and I started to make playlists. I made like a wedding playlist, and I made a weekly playlist on our Facebook. But I'm just trying to think of like why people would watch Ben talk about what he talked about in the first episode. It's like it's not because they're necessarily getting something out of it. Yeah, it's kind of humorous, but I think it's like people engage in our brand because they want to like because they think it's cool, basically, because they like want to like be it. You know what I mean? It's not like they're necessarily getting something to like apply to their own life, which is like what Crash On will be.
Yeah, that's the
But-
culture side of things. Like they go, okay, I get what these guys are doing. That's cool. They're relatable.
Yeah, they're like
real.
interested in the culture. So it's
Yeah.
like
We're not
basically just
giving-
sharing
that's why-
culture pieces.
And that's why whenever we've talked about tutorials in the past, like we don't. It's not who we are. Like we can do that, but it's not necessarily accurate to who we are. We could go in that direction, but we just need to be at least be aware of who we are
Yeah.
first, and then decide, make a decision which way to go.
I guess from that frame of mind, I can totally see the crash courses fitting in with the Crash On brand being a little bit more like, hey, we're trying to give you tools to create your own brand. You know what I mean? Whereas in like Rhino is more like a beautiful culture.
See, I wouldn't say Crash On's giving tools. I'd say it's more giving thoughts and vision.
I think that that's a part of it, but I think that people are coming to it for the same reason that they're coming to Gary Vee. For like,
Jeremy, did you just ping me? He just went away.
Chris Hunt said pretty sweet. You're pretty sweet, Chris Hunt. Sheen said he's a Johnny Cash fan too. I love how abruptly our conversations begin and end. Like mid-sentence. Like,
Nope. Yeah.
did you ping me? Conversation's done.
So I'm gonna write John an email.
Thank you.
What's the context of the email? Hey John. Kevin H mentioned Hirsch mentioned Hershey Bar.
Bringing back the elementary school.
My name's Romeo, so I hope kids are so mean.
Romeo's a cool one to have though.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, there's definitely worse.
Whoa, that's cool.
You know what's good about you? You force people when they have your attention, you force them to like squeeze what they want to say into like little micro bits because your attention is about to be like pulled in like a different
About
direction.
3 seconds.
It's like you just see this like little like bar passing by and you're like, oh shit, I'll try that in 2 seconds.
I gotta, yeah.
It's like that's what was so great about having those headphones on you on the podcast. It was like I don't even know what to do with this right now. I've been talking to him for like 10 minutes straight. This is really freaking me out.
I do value succinct communication more and more when you have a lot going on and someone wants to talk to you and they like can't form their thought quickly.
I think that it's something that people have to adapt to with you because I think initially like I think that it takes people off guard and then I think like
They think
they
it's
can either be like offended or they can be like
Or they can
totally
get
put
that
off.
off.
or they can be totally put off and think like, oh my, you suck.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
what?
There's definitely that's a fit thing that's developed here at Rhino. Like if you can't handle that, probably not gonna work.
Yeah.
You know, to
I
some
think
degree.
that that's like in a lot of
Not to be
places
rude,
though.
but yeah.
Especially pretty fast moving, like mostly connected to technology. That definitely has like a specific thing to it.
Just the nature of my role too is like bouncing around the team and having, or at least.
Do you
being
ever
connected
do
to a lot
like
of
any
things.
like meditation in some ways? Just sitting still without any electronics, without any sound for like 5 minutes and just like breathing. Like,
Not as a general practice, but I once in a while.
I think that would be you probably feel really good.
Yeah.
I need to do it too.
Yeah.
But you're like on a whole new level of getting pulled. Like you feel like fish food sometimes.
Fish food?
Yeah. Like we're like you're just like getting like picked apart and you're like by the end of the day like you've just been totally consumed and you're just like you know
I've
what I
never
mean?
thought of that analogy, but that's ringing true to some degree. I feel like fish food. What am I listening to John.
Okay.
Hey John, Kevin, who is a noob here, just N00B here. Kevin mentioned that there may be some really excellent reasons to connect with you and
He showed me the website. I texted that to you.
did he message you?
He called.
He called you.
Yeah. We talked for like 10 minutes.
What would you say is the main connection, or like reason for connecting? What's the? He's interested in working with us.
He liked.
Like-
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh right, because we talked about like services or whatever.
Yeah. He wanted to know like our list of services. He liked authenticity is greater than shine.
Okay.
He likes like what our brand is portraying, and he wants us. He wants.
Alright.
He sees like a similar connection, and he
Okay.
wants to like see if it will work.
Fair enough. And this is his main project right now.
I don't know if it's his main project, but it's a project that he's consulting. I'm assuming.
What if he's watching this right now?
I hope he is. John, right? I can get you that poster.
Poster. Scroll over there and see. Central.
And then just scroll back to just this section right here. This is where you're gonna want to be. This is the main spot. Jordan.
Hmm.
Did you ever happen to see the Gary Vee thing when he was on Joe Rogan?
I think so.
So
Oh, you sent it to me. I didn't watch it.
bad. Probably because I told you not to watch it.
Yes, you said terrible chemistry.
That's
against
kind of
Jason.
like where I stopped with Gary Vee. Like
Yeah.
that like it hit a train for me, and I was like,
Okay.
okay.
Because their connection was so bad, or you revealed things
Yeah.
about him that you didn't like, or
Their
just-
connection was horrible,
Right.
and it was just like, I don't know.
too close
Like
of
it's so weird. I
identities.
felt like, in some weird way, I felt like bad for him.
I'm just trying to think like with John, should I suggest a phone conversation?
Yeah. You guys would get along on the phone very well.
Okay.
He's a lot like you, actually.
Okay.
In
I
a lot of
never
ways.
believed what you said.
No. You're like, he's like West Coast version of me, I would say.
I'd be curious to meet the West Coast version of me. I'm the Midwest version of me. Maybe there's an East Coast version of me.
Now, when you say East Coast, do you mean like top? Do you mean like we're going north, or do you mean like we're going south, or
I
like?
think East Coast generally
New York.
means. I'm just trying to make a point here, and JP's gonna jump all over. Hey, can you turn your hat backwards so we can all have our hat backwards?
Yeah.
Come
Oh
on,
my God,
man.
dude.
Hey,
My hair is just.
Flower Boy.
My hair is crazy.
Let's see.
What is Flower Boy?
It's a coffee shop.
Oh, okay.
It's also a flower shop.
Oh,
Really?
excellent.
Do they deliver
Well, fine. I'm not doing it.
coffee
I
and
thought we were all
I'll
I
show-
thought
I'll
all
show-
three of us were gonna do it. Oh, nice.
That is pretty
Looks
cool.
like you have hair now, man.
It doesn't look like you got a toupee on, right?
Yeah, it's a trout.
Did you color your hair?
No.
It's just colored like that?
It's colored?
I mean, it looks like maybe it's reflecting the brick.
No, I think it just he has lighter tips.
I know
Probably
I know
'cause-
the sun will get it, you know.
You did some frosted tips?
Yeah. Yeah. Wait,
98
what,
degree style frosted
you're
tips?
saying you don't frost your tips?
Oh yeah, dude, just my eyebrows. Would be hilarious.
You gotta tame the mane.
I hope to God there's another segment of Ben in here just like talking about something funny this next week.
Don't try to influence Jay Price.
He can't hear me.
But John Kelly mentioned there may be some really excellent reasons to view. I think Wordles might be my most hated digital thing.
What the hell is a word?
It's where like they take the words you say a lot and they cluster the words and there's like one big word that you said more than anything, or when you're trying to cluster ideas together. You ever see, it was like a trend on Facebook for a while where they'd say, like Jordans would say, dude,
Homie
beer, or whatever, you know, or like the words that you say most on Facebook, it would auto-generate this Wordle.
That's actually really interesting.
No, it's super annoying. No, it's not interesting. It's not interesting.
Why?
Just don't.
That
Because
sounds like a good tool.
Maybe to see, but not
you're a
to
tool. If you like words, it's so bad. I don't know. They
You
make
not
my
like
skin
your
crawl.
word that you were like,
No, it's just been done. You remember when they did those? When everyone on Facebook was making little animated versions of themselves that look like a comic book character.
yeah.
What's that called, Shun?
I think it was like bit something.
Bit something. You know what I'm talking about? Bitmoji, right? Is it Bitmoji or whatever?
Okay, I
Oh,
know.
I got that.
I hate
Got
those.
Bitmojis.
I think those are hilarious when people send them to me. I like that.
emojis.
Okay.
They're
Like
an
when they
extra.
actually look like you,
They're an
it's
extra
actually
layer
funny.
of like pissing someone off. You know what I'm saying?
What's that mean? An
Like
extra
when you send
layer.
something.
Like getting under someone's skin.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You know, like being to like another layer of sarcasm. I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Can there be more layers?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Just wait.
So who generated this Wordle? Facebook does?
I don't know.
Or did
man.
you like
I'm just
them?
telling you I don't like them.
See, I actually kind of want to see what my Wordle is now.
What is it called? A wordle?
Yeah, I think.
Did we ever make an email for Michael
Who?
Lathrop?
Probably. We should have.
Paste a bunch of text. Oh yeah, this is dumb. You're right. Yeah, this is stupid. assess your personal brand that you've
Yeah.
been putting out there based on the words you've used?
You can continue with Facebook.
Huh?
There's, hold on, I'm checking it.
Okay.
I'm checking it. It's called Von Von.
Von.
Kevin usually writes really excellent business.
Oh, I hope it's dude. What? Day? That's my number one word is day.
How lame.
Like, day, check, love, video, videos. Beer is on there.
I told you.
Vlog, Italian.
Interesting.
Vlog. People, check, love. It's kind of lame.
That is kind of lame.
I'm gonna share this on Facebook. Oh, most used on Twitter. I want to see that. I'm just giving them privacy to everything. Oh, it's on Twitter.
I think it's funny when you get a sponsored ad on your Facebook that you're like, why did you think I'd buy this?
Man, this is not right. Oh, actually it is.
What's that?
My number one word on Twitter is DMB, which is drum and bass.
Huh.
I remember I put a status. It was just DMB. Like it's.
Oh.
I was like, what?
It's not Dave Matthews Band.
Jacob commented on
No.
a Facebook post, by the way.
Huh?
Classic album right there on the desk.
Oh yeah, Jacob. Hey, Aaron.
Michael says you have to jump through 16 hoops to comment on the live stream.
Really?
That's what he said.
I did like super quick. Is he logged in on YouTube?
Switch to that.
Man, Flint Eastwood's gonna be at Bell's.
She plays at Bell's a lot.
Oh, she does.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Dude, I just switched this to night mode.
Yeah, gaming.
Yeah, what is that?
I don't know,
Should I go back?
dude. You're in the rabbit hole.
I'm down the rabbit hole.
Try going back. It doesn't let you.
I don't even know how to go back.
Exactly.
feed change too?
What feed?
Your live feed, the way it looks.
No.
Whoa, this is very weird.
What?
YouTube gaming.youtube.com. Did you know that this existed? Like you live stream people playing video games, basically, and then people watch it. Really creepy.
Why are there no GIF options for the word disagree?
Yeah, that is weird sometimes. I think there would be more. You know what? Who's Brian Smith? You know him, right?
What did you say?
You know Brian Smith? Correct.
Do I know Brian Smith? Yeah, I know Brian Smith. YouTube gaming by gamers for gamers. Press start. Keep track of my games. I don't play games. Ooh, Super Mario. Yes, I do. That's the only one I want. I don't care about the rest of them. I don't want Call of Duty. I don't want League of Legends. I don't want Counter Strike. I don't want Minecraft. I want Mario Brothers 1985.
Who's Adam Friedman?
Are these people currently commenting, or why are you asking?
I'm just looking at the comments that they posted on the shares.
What shares?
Well, Anna shared the video.
Oh, those stupid comments?
I was like, I'm very confused.
I know.
Dude, people are very interested in this travel thing.
Did you see that Charlie Murphy died?
Charlie Murphy.
Okay. How disrespectful of you.
That was hilarious though. When
Ah. That's fun.
Ooh, that's cool. Ooh, that's really cool. Looks like a smiley face.
Oh, that wasn't intended. Oh, yeah.
That's one of those awesome ads. The unintended. Okay. So.
Huh?
And I'm trying to like understand our Facebook. I think that this is like a super untapped beast that like can be really understood. So when it comes to Hank talking, I think that this could be put out and it's like conversations about what Hank's working on. Something simple like that. I honestly think people are interested in what we're doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think that it's super shareable. I don't think that somebody's gonna share it and say like, hey, check out what Hank's working on. But I think that it just like further engages our audience. So that's kind of like the wall I'm hitting when it comes to like creating content from our content is just from this first piece obviously. Like
Yeah.
the piece that I cut isn't super shareable, like it's not like a daily beat in the fact that like
Mm-hmm.
you're getting like a little segment that like now you can like own and pass on as like your own essentially. But like if our intention is to just further deepen a relationship with like a specific or like the specific viewer and not necessarily like with the intention of creating shareable content, then like I think that this would be good. You know what I'm saying?
I think the first half of what you're saying, I was concerned with trying to figure out if I can play Super Mario Brothers on this YouTube Canyon website.
Can you?
I don't
I don't
think
think
so.
you can. I think you can just watch people
That's why I
play
got
it.
sad.
It's like watching people make food. Like you can't actually eat it, which is the worst part. And
Which is what Seth Godin always says. Like he came up with that concept back in the late '80s, and he kind of whines about how someone else did it. Not whines about it, but he's like, I did it. I said I had that idea,
yeah.
which
So-
I'm very guilty of doing that.
Anyway, basically, it's a lot about how you phrase this. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna ask a question, encouraging an answer from our audience. I'm not gonna ask something of them
Yeah.
in regards to like splintering the daily content right now based on what we have, but like sharing this Hank segment
Mm-hmm.
of it could be valuable in a sense where you're just like had a conversation with Hank about what he's working on. You know what I mean? Or sat down with Hank to see what he's been working on.
Yeah.
Like that. And then
Mhm.
like that's it. And then like that's the video. It's like literally
And that can
15
be it.
seconds.
That can be it. I think it can work. There's a of course there's a spectrum of how creative you get with how you post it and the contents how you share it. But yeah, that would be fine. It's not an ask. It's not a request being made. It's not like saying like, hey, please check out our deals. Rhino's not like a restaurant where we're posting like, hey, here's today's specials. Come check us out. That becomes white noise. For those types of businesses, we don't have that really. I almost said per se. But I think you can just casually drop something like that if you're giving something that has some interest and value to it.
Honestly, I would be so interested to see the reaction that just that small segment got. Like if that got a certain amount of views and then like those views, it's not gonna have like thousands of views, but if it had 500 views and 300 of them watched the entire clip with sound on, that would be fascinating to me because
Yeah.
that's saying that these people care. And if like literally thousands of people watched it, nobody watched it with sound, and 2 people watched it over 10 seconds, then it's basically saying like, okay, then this isn't where we want to go with this.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's just a matter of are we comfortable with experimenting a little bit in regards to this?
Yeah.
I think so too.
spirit behind why I've been like,
Do it.
yeah, don't get too hung up on.
Yeah. May I use your pen? Did you send that email already, by the way?
I just sent it. I didn't copy you. I forgot.
That's cool.
Well, maybe I didn't.
You did.
I copied you. Oh.
Some sort of trick pen there?
How do we turn off our live stream?
Do you want Aaron to go with you to be around for the Green Bush meeting tomorrow? Oh, any rhinos besides yourself?
No.
And then also is a Western the Sunday in Florida with Kareem
Yeah.
tomorrow. Do you want me to go to that with you right now? It's just on the calendar.
Is that's at their place, right?
Yes.
Tyler's gonna come,
Okay.
but that's I think.
Is that okay? I was gonna just make sure they have it on the radar.
Or you know what? If Angel can come, have Angel come too.
Okay, we'll see. If she's available.
Hey, how do we turn off this live stream? Do you guys know?
I think it's like a clap on thing. That'd be so sweet.
Still there. Didn't work.
Oh, Lasher was watching us.
How do you turn this off? This is hilarious. What if this never ends? I think I turned it off.
Graded your video.
Yeah?
Yes.
He replied, by
Thank
the
you.
way.
You're welcome.
See that?
I'll never grade any of your videos.
Good. Ooh,
Chick-fil-A.
that's awesome.
Do they do that custom? How do they do that?
Yeah, it's a
Composite
bunch
that?
of different pictures. Molly composited it. And it's like a little setup.
Let's get that Chick-fil-A for life, baby.
John replied to your email.
I want
GW.
Chick-fil-A
What?
for
John
life.
replied to
Oh,
you.
dude.
Stayed at the Four Seasons. Oh, yeah.
There are places I remember.
Lil Yachty.
Neither, but he's got one good song.
No, he's got one good song.
He's
No,
got-
he's got two. He's got two features that are good. The rest of them are garbage.
Dude, they're so bad. they're so
It's
bad.
so bad. Unbelievably bad.
Like, so bad.
But yet he's huge.
Man, what's crazy is like, there's just too many good producers out there that make like a very terrible
I think-
rapper like good because of the beats. You know, it's like, wow, that's really catchy. You know, but it's like the lyrics are garbage.
He's not a good rapper at all. I think it's
I
honestly,
kind of like him, but
it's honestly because he's bad.
he's a character though.
That's why.
Seriously, he's
It's
a character.
because teams have decided that he is
Hey,
cool.
Jared.
And then like
Hey,
a couple catches
Cass.
on the mix.
I got this stack for you.
That's crazy.
I want you to know that you've been getting a little sloppy with your spelling here and there,
Okay.
like Tuesdaysy
Tuesdays.
and some other little.
I like that
things.
one.
Yeah, it's fun, but
No, that was not
inaccurate.
intentional, but I'll keep an eye out.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That print quality is so much better. Than this.
Yeah, it's a different paper, for sure.
Oh,
Like that's
okay.
just regular cardstock, this is photo paper. We were
Yeah,
trying
that's
to
like
figure out.
vibrant.
We were trying to figure out if it was our ink or our paper.
Yeah, you got develop.
Do you want
You were
this one?
billed to me as a super
I know,
Nazi at
it's just me
spelling,
not.
so that's why I'm.
I am when I pay attention. Do you want that? That's what
Oh
you
yeah, that's fine. Yeah. All right, good. Thank you. Hey, Jer.
How many national days
I-
are there?
I don't know how to turn off the live stream. I think it might be. I might have done it. Oh, stop streaming.